of the Municipal Court, followed by the badge pinning by Mrs. Lexi Richards and comments from Chief Michael S. Richards. Your Honor?
Yeah.
Family?
Look here. Turn around, face me. Hold the Bible for me. You're gonna raise your right hand. Hold it. You guys gotta be on. Okay, where I can see each of you. Okay. Put your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. There you go. That's better. Yeah. Okay, hold the bottom of it. Repeat after me, please. I, Michael S. Richards,
I, Michael S. Richards,
do solemnly swear
that
I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States and in this state,
established in the United States and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
and
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all of the duties
of
the office of Chief of Police, according to the best of my ability, so help me God. Congratulations, Chief. Good luck. God be with you.
Thank you very much.
I think we give the Bible.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. I also want to thank Tom Russo, our town manager, and I thank Mayor Christy Becker and the members of our town council. I'm very grateful today to have my friends, several distinguished guests, including Assemblywoman Alice McCose. She had arrived. Representatives from area law enforcement agencies here, and my family that's here in attendance today. I thank my friend Freolder Rich Zioli for his kind words. He should really think about writing a book. I'm also honored to point out that his father, who he referred to, Lieutenant Anthony Zioli, is here with us today. He's retired from the Port Authority Police Department, and he led a team known as Recovery Team Romeo. After 9/11, he and a small group of other retirees spent every day at Ground Zero on a search and rescue mission. I want to thank him for being here. Speaking of fathers, I also want to especially thank my mother and father for instilling in me some very important values as a child. In fact, there's been a few times that I'll be on my way home from work after working long past the time I was supposed to get done, and I'll give my father a call and I'll thank him a little sarcastically for the work ethic that he gave me. I'm grateful to have my brother here today too, Walter. He's traveled all the way here from Georgia with his wife Charlene on their 15th wedding anniversary to spend this day with me. Thank you. I also want to point out my brother-in-law, who's here today too, Shane Kersanda. He's a New Jersey State Trooper. Thank you for coming. He's born and raised here with my wife in Newton, and now he's stationed at the Sussex Barracks. Most of all, though, I want to thank my wife, Lexi, whose support and understanding has been crucial to me. She has fully supported me in pursuit of my career. Like many cops' wives, she understands there are times when I have to leave in a hurry, and I can't say when I'll be back. She understands when days go by without seeing me because I've been working on a case. She keeps the family going, which often means going in 4 different directions at the same time, while I attend to my responsibilities at work. I want to thank you, Lexi. Professionally, I've been very fortunate to have Chief Tomasula as a mentor. In fact, the people of Newton have also been very fortunate to have John Tomasula as their police chief, as are the members of the Newton Police Department. Leaders are few and far between that would sacrifice themselves for the betterment of the department and for the benefit, financial security, and peace of mind for newly hired officers. Chief Tomasula has distinguished himself through this selfless act, but even more, I credit him for leading the Newton Police Department through a period of unprecedented progress during this last decade. Chief Tomasula's innovative policing strategies developed and implemented the first bike patrol in Sussex County. Under Chief Tomasula, department training has been a priority, and he's continually raised the bar on our performance, particularly through developing and implementing many policies consistent with nationally recognized best practices in law enforcement, as we've undertaken the process toward becoming an accredited agency. In the last 10 years, we've also experienced significant improvements in our technology and equipment, not the least of which is our new police headquarters, which was a massive project which he overseen about 6 years ago. But aside from all of this, I don't want to overlook the most important, the most valuable resource possessed by the Newton Police Department, the men and women of the Newton Police Department. Our department is lucky to have sergeants such as Frank Philhauer. Like Chief Tomasula, he was born and raised here, and his family continues to live and to work here in Newton. Sergeant Philhauer has been a patrol officer, a school resource officer, and a detective. Our most senior patrol sergeant, he is both personally and professionally invested in our community, and he sets the standard and commitment to the town of Newton and to the police department. We have Sergeant Steve Benson, similar story, growing up here in Newton. He's the son of a U.S. Marine who was awarded the Silver Star for conspicuous gallantry in action during the Korean War while serving as a rifleman. So obviously, Sergeant Benson comes from good stock. He's a very squared-away patrol sergeant, and he just so happens to also be one of our firearms instructors. Sergeant Mike Monaco is another example of a hometown kid that found success working as a police officer in his town. His work experience includes serving as an undercover narcotics detective in the County Narcotics Task Force. His experiences, his energy, and his enthusiasm for police work have led him to recently be assigned as our new detective sergeant. Choosing him for this assignment was a decision that I took very seriously, since he is my replacement in supervising criminal investigations. And speaking of investigations, nearly all of the major crimes that have happened within the town of Newton have been brought to a successful close. But one very important case remains open, unfortunately, despite our efforts. That would be the case involving Patrol Sergeant Dean Coppolella. Back in 2005, while checking a suspicious vehicle late at night on Hicks Avenue, the car quickly started up and raced toward him, striking him and leaving him lying unconscious, motionless, in the darkness in the middle of the roadway. Our very alert dispatchers quickly sent backup officers to his location after he didn't respond to calls checking on him. He needed to be flown by medevac to Morristown Hospital that night for treatment. And I rushed in from home and I flew with him in the helicopter, concerned that I might have to take a dying declaration from him. It pains me that this case remains unsolved. Aside from suffering serious physical trauma, that night he also endured months of dental work to treat the other injuries that he sustained. However, he was back to work in a very short period of time. And for all of us, Sergeant Coppolella serves as an example of personal fortitude and dedication to duty. Chief Tomasula has also left me with the most competent 2 lieutenants that I could ever ask for, Lieutenant Robert Osborne and Lieutenant Mark Zappa. They're 2 well-seasoned officers who possess keen attention to detail and are committed to doing the right things the right way for the right reasons. And I'm very fortunate to have them as my next ranking officers. Chief Tomasula has turned over to me a department that has our first female police officer. We have officers that can speak Spanish, and there are several officers who also serve as volunteer firefighters, and many who possess other specialized skills, both tactical and technical. Over the past few years, members of the police department have faced significant challenges with major crimes that have occurred. In our finest tradition, our dispatchers and our police officers have always risen up to face each challenge. They've been tested over and over again, and they have always succeeded. And their success, in many ways, is tied to the success of Newton. It is evident from the many positive events that have occurred recently in town that Newton has set its course in the right direction, and our police officers are stakeholders in this endeavor. Police officers fulfill a vital role in our community, and I understand that a police department is a substantial public investment, and I will faithfully execute this public trust through command of the Newton Police Department with the highest professional ethics and integrity. Police work is a highly visible profession, but it is also one of the least understood professions. With this in mind, I've long held the belief that our success is often based on how well we partner with those we serve. Therefore, we'll continue to engage the public and partner with institutions in Newton, such as the hospital, the schools, and the college, as well as the many businesses and community groups here in town. Through the oath that I have taken before you today, I have committed to serve everyone in our community to make the town of Newton safer, to make its residents, its merchants, and its visitors feel safer, and to focus our resources most efficiently and most effectively. I am deeply honored to accept this extraordinary opportunity to serve as the 10th Chief of the Newton Police Department, to lead this department as we've recently taken pause to consider our past 100 years as we move forward into our next century of service. Being a police officer is a noble calling, and I don't accept that public service is a place for mediocrity. I intend to transfer the no stone left unturned approach that I've applied to investigations to a style of persistent leadership as police chief. A leadership that demands accountability, high standards of performance, that's victim-centered and results-oriented. My leadership shall also serve the members of this department to ensure that they are properly trained, properly equipped, and that they are treated fairly, and that they all have clear expectations and clear lines of communication. I don't expect that the road ahead will be easy. I'm sure there will be challenges. But I believe that our department is prepared to travel this road due to the leadership that has come before me in our long history. And we are well prepared to continue our own progress due to the emerging leadership and the innovative problem solvers within our current ranks. I thank everyone for joining us today, and on behalf of the police department, I thank our residents and business owners, our town manager, and our governing body for their continued support. Thank you.